These generative AIs that create text, music, and images were trained with all the information that could be scraped from the internet. Is Mustafa? Yes, that's the term the developers use. Scrape, scrape, and everything that's available, regarding the topic, everything from music to images to text, paintings, drawings. If it's found on the internet, they just scraped it all and used it to train their models. Thousands of years of art, basically the entire history of human art. And now these systems are creating art, aren't they? And the immediate impact of these technologies, we are already witnessing it. There's a prediction that states that by 2028, a full quarter of the music market's revenue will be lost because of artificial intelligence. And this kind of development will make it practically impossible for many people to continue working in the field of art. It's the kind of news that discourages the training of new artists, actually. Why would I learn painting or play an instrument, practice for years, if a robot can do that now, right? There's a big chance we'll see a decrease in the artistic community because of this, and fewer people making art. Yeah, because if you're not an heir and you have bills to pay, then there'll come a time when things will become somewhat unsustainable, right? The thing is, to keep improving these artificial intelligences, developers have to feed them more art. And then if we have fewer people making art, they'll start feeding them with the very art created by artificial intelligence, right? And this has already been studied. The contamination of the AI's training material with by the AI's very own output. When an artificial intelligence is trained with its own generated content, it gradually becomes less intelligent. So the only way to truly enhance the quality of a generative artificial intelligence is to feed it with an even greater amount of human creations. In other words, these systems will only be able to persist if there are still humans actively creating art. Yet ironically, this very technology is currently being employed to immediately replace a large number of individuals who are dedicated to creating art. You see that it's a paradox, don't you? For me, the solution is simple. All these companies that have exploited the internet, taking a vast amount of information, creative works, art and music for free, then used it to train their systems and are now profiting from it, should be obligated to give back to society in some meaningful way, perhaps by investing in new creations by human artists, right? Investing in art schools, scholarships and information centers, for human art. Don't you agree? To keep the artistic flame burning brightly for the next generations. And who knows, maybe down the road, we'll once again truly value the art created by humans, right? And so, if you want to learn how to produce, just like I do here using Ableton, without relying on artificial intelligence or anything else, my course is available, okay? The link is in the bio. It's a course, actually, it's a 1-hour mini course. There you'll find everything you need to know to produce, okay? And it's 1 hour to take the course, plus a week to practice, to improve, because it's no use, right? You'll have to practice, you'll have to get your ear used to it, and so on. Yeah? And the minimum period is 1 week for you to get the hang of it, okay? If you want to learn and contribute, the link is in the bio, okay? Thank you.